Hi everyone, my name is Morgan Arnold and I am your Math 1110 instructor for Baker College. I want to welcome you aboard to the class, and I'm making this video to kind of give you a tour of everything that's in Canvas and also in my math lab. So without further ado, let's start. Here is Canvas, and you have a list of choices here in your menu, and there are already some announcements already posted, including a welcome announcement, shifting from 8 weeks to 6 weeks. That is very important information that you need to read, and some other information that's equally as important. Where you go next, of course, modules, and start here. Tells you how to get started, course description and textbook information, the summer 2021 calendar. And the good thing about the calendar is that it has specific due dates. Let me pull it up here. Each module has the specific due dates, not due dates, but run dates. And keep in mind, because we are condensing 8 weeks into 6 weeks, some of the module dates are not 7 exact days, okay? So please keep that in mind. Some of the module dates will be shortened just a little bit. I tend to open modules early. So the first 2 modules are already open for you if you want to work ahead. And keep this calendar nearby, put it in your notebook, because it lists all the due dates, the assignments, and the point values. Shifting from 8 to 6 weeks, there's some literature right here. My faculty information, including my phone number. And if I'm not available, please leave a detailed but brief message, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Course description and textbook information. You need to get the My Math Lab access code. That is where most of your graded assignments are located. I have a virtual office here in case you have any questions, or you can email me privately and I will get back to you shortly. Getting started with my math lab, here's a document that shows you everything you need to know about getting access to my math lab. Student registration instructions. Some important information. Let me pull this up and show you. Important information about the worked out homework assignments. Oh, let me pull this down. The rules for the worked out homework assignments, engagement task, and extending deadlines and policies. So please read this information when you get a chance. Each week you'll have an engagement task to do. This first module 1 is to introduce yourself and also answer a few questions that require no research. Here's the engagement rubric and tips for optimum engagement. Here's the homework and quiz. Chapter 2 homework, Chapter 2 quiz, and then some homework from 3.1 and 3.2. And then your first, what's called worked out homework assignment. Now, Let's take a look at what that's about. It says pick all together a total of 10 questions from the following sections, and every chosen problem must be from the application exercises. And I'm going to show you in just a second what they are. You must pick at least 2 questions again from the application exercises from the above sections, and in all 4 of the problems, again from the application exercises, must be even numbered problems. Now this total will change. It won't always be 10. It may be question total like 12 or pick 14. So just read the directions carefully with each module worked out homework. Now let me show you in the ebook. Okay, here's my math lab. And while I'm in here, let me give you a little tour. Where to find all the assignments and the study guides, you just go to assignments and it pulls up the assignments. And actually, all the assignments in my math lab are currently open, so you can work at your own pace. The study guides for the quizzes, the midterm, and the final exam are located on at the bottom of the assignments page. So again, they're all open, just work at your own pace, but keep in mind that each assignment has its own hard deadline. Let me show you the ebook. You can click on e-text here and it'll pull up the ebook. And I've already turned to section 2.1 because that was one of the sections in the module 1 worked out homework that you have to pick questions from. Practice exercises, you don't choose any questions there. Practice plus, nope. Application exercises, we're in the right section. So from the application exercises, you can pick anything 63, 64, all the way up to question 68. So that's what I mean that you pick problems from the application exercises section. Now, occasionally a section will combine the practice exercises and the application exercises together. That's okay if they are merged. That means you can pick questions from that merged section. So that is the worked out homework. Let me show you a student example. This was from my Math 1120 class last fall, and this is just a page from one of my students' worked out homework assignments. You see that they've clearly labeled the section and also the question number, and everything is neat. You don't have to type the question. You don't have to type out your steps. That takes a long time. You can write your steps by hand on a sheet of paper like this student did. Either use a scanning app on your phone, or you can take a picture of each individual page and either save it as a PDF or a JPEG extension, and then upload those pages to the Dropbox. So as you see, the student here wrote out all the steps to this particular problem neatly. And make sure you got proper punctuation. Like if you're writing a sentence, you must end in a period, of course. You must capitalize also. So this is a good example of what I look for with a worked out homework assignment. All right, course modules. As you see, the first 2 modules are already open for you. so you can work ahead. And then I usually open up modules like a few days early so you can kind of get a jump on everything. For my math lab homework assignments, you have an unlimited amount of attempts. For the quizzes, you have 2 attempts. And I'm not sure about the exams. I want to say 1 attempt, but I'm not exactly sure. The homework has no time limit, but the quizzes and exams have time limits. So make sure when you pull up a quiz or an exam, it will tell you at the top right here what the time limit is, okay? And what I do for quizzes is, of course, I keep the highest score. If you ever miss anything, accept engagement. Engagement cannot be made up whatsoever. But if you miss a homework assignment or an application activity or anything from my math lab, please contact me immediately so you can make arrangements to make it up. As I mentioned, you'll have an engagement task each week. Now, the engagement tasks do not open up early. They open up on time like the modules are scheduled to open. Let me show you the first one. Simple. Welcome to the class. Please introduce yourself to everyone. And then please answer some questions below, and no research is required. And respond to at least 2 classmates' posts. Make sure your responses are substantial. Just saying I agree or good job or anything of that sort is not acceptable, and it's not really crucial thinking, or it's not substantive at all. So make sure that your replies to your classmates are substantive. I would read my tips on optimum engagement. Here, I can pull them up for you. And here's some good tips. This is probably the #1 tip. Ask your classmates questions. This is a good way to engage everybody and to start or to extend a discussion. So ask a question. But do not ask a question that is you wait until the last day of the module, because nobody's going to have time to answer. So if you ask questions, make sure you do it kind of at the beginning or the middle part of the module. That way your classmates will have time to respond. And here's the virtual office if you have any questions. And I think that is it. Oh, right here, one last thing. How to access my math lab. You just go to My Lab and Mastering and just click on Open My Lab and Mastering. And the first time you do this, you will go to an agreement page will pop up, agreeing to all the terms and services. And then from there, you will follow the enrollment directions. You will not need a course ID. So if you're prompted for one, then you need to just back out of everything, log back in to Canvas. You may have to delete your cookies or temporary or your browser history in order for that course ID prompt to disappear. If y'all need anything, let me show you. I forgot, so sorry. I mentioned it, but I forgot to show you actually. My faculty information. If you need anything, my number is 478-227-3455. 3674. Again, here's my telephone number, cell number if you need something. And here is, let me zoom in if I can. Here is my email address if you need something, okay? I look forward to working with everyone. And again, welcome aboard. If you need something, please reach out to me, okay? Thanks and take care.